Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new build video. It's me, your favorite sad weeb. And today we're going to be going over a classic. We're going to be going over the Braton. Now, you can get the Mark 1 Braton from the tutorial of the game, and you can buy the blueprint for the base Braton in the market. And the last version, the Braton Prime, is actually one of the few primes that is always unvaulted. So no matter what day, time, year, you will be able to get the Braton Prime. I will leave links in the description to the wiki page. That way you will have a dynamically updating list of the relics that contain the Braton Prime and where you can farm them. But this weapon it's a basic assault rifle. It's very simple, but that's why I'm choosing to go over it next after the Ignis, because in this video, we're going to talk about a lot of the basic damage mechanics in this game and how to properly mod weapons. And I can't wait to see you on the full beginner's build next. Alright everyone, let's get into our beginner build first. So, all these mods, you don't have to have them maxed. This is a Braton. This is the starter weapon. You don't have to put 5 Forma on it. The only reason I have 5 Forma on it is because I have way too much time and Forma to waste on this game. So, first things first, your flat damage. Your flat damage is always going to be calculated in this total here. Flat damage boosts all of your damage types. So, if you add elemental damage, this will also be multiplied by your flat damage. Another mechanic that we need to note is multi-shot. Multi-shot gives you a chance to shoot another bullet. So if this mod right here, it gives me 90% chance to shoot a second bullet, which is massive. Now, we also have crit. We got Point Strike, which is giving us 150% critical chance, and Vital Sense, which is giving us 120% critical damage, which on this stat screen is giving us a 30% chance to get 3.5x damage on our weapon, which, combining all this, is pretty good. Now, we also have our status damage. Certain statuses will deal more damage to different factions. As you can see, Viral does more damage to Orokin, but less damage to Infested on Deimos and the Murmur. And the status effect, when your status chance procs a status effect, it increases the damage to health up to 325% with the max stacks for it. I think the base stack is about 75%. Which is why, even though this weapon has a super low status chance, I still built it for status, because in the early game, even getting 75% damage 13% of the time is still gonna make a big difference. I'm also running Hunter Munitions, so this one might be a bit of a stretch this early on. You can get this on running bounties and Cetus, and this one's really nice, especially if you like your companions. If you want to build out your companions early, this is a good mod for that. The 30% chance to apply slash on critical. So the way that works is if you crit, the game basically rolls the 30% chance to see if you get a slash proc or not. Slash is really good because its damage, and I might be wrong on this, they might have changed it, ignores armor. So if you get a status proc, the damage that status proc does just ignores the armor on an enemy. And then last but not least, we got Shred. Shred gives you 30% more fire rate, which on an assault rifle is always nice, and 1.2 punch through. Punch through is measured in meters, and punch through is how far a bullet goes through either terrain or enemies. So every bullet that this gun shoots will go 1.2 meters through terrain or enemies. But that's enough mechanic talk. Let's get into some shooting. So we're going to take it off a steel path. Now I'm going to put the enemy level, let's put it at 80, because that is how much it should take to get to most of the mid-game content. So this weapon. As you can see, level 80 star chart. If you really want, like, you grab this weapon and you're like, I'm gonna invest everything into it, you can get through most of the game. It takes a little bit longer on, like, heavy enemies, so like the corrupted heavy gunner and bombards. But as you can see, you just need to keep shooting him, and you'll keep stacking these slash procs and the viral stacks, and you'll slowly start doing more and more damage to him. Most large enemies you can kill with one clip, but it's kind of, you know, it's kind of up to luck to the draw. Like, we didn't kill this one right now. But for most of the small enemies, you can just mow them down pretty easily. Especially if they're standing right behind each other and you get the bullets that just go right behind them. As you can see, I'm hitting this bombard. Oh, he's too far away from this guy. But if we go right here, we should hit... Yeah, as you can see, we're hitting the guy behind him. So the base Braton is not the most, like, right home about weapon, but it's nothing to scoff at. These are level 80 enemies. You can get through a majority of the star chart with this starter weapon. Now, we're going to go on to the veteran build, which if you are building your Braton this way with this much investment as a veteran, don't. This for me was pretty much just a waste of time. But we're starting with galvanized chamber, galvanized scope, hunter munitions, rhyme rounds, critical delay, vital sense, malignant force, and prime shred. And for the arcane slot, we're running primary deadhead for our flat damage. So let's see how this does against steel path level 80 enemies. Actually, that's dumb, because you're not going to find enemies level 80 in steel path. They're level 100 minimum. So, can you take the base Braton in the steel path? Well, not if you only target heavies. So we're going to target the smaller enemies to stack up our damage a little bit. As you can see, we're already getting pretty stacked up. I'm pretty sure if after I kill this guy, it's last stack on primary deadhead. Now let's see if we can... Oh yeah. So, can you take this in the steel path? Oh, oops, these are still non-steel path enemies. My bad, gents. Let's just try that again. Kill enemies, simulate. Alright, can you take the base Braton in the steel path without an Incarnon? As you can see, with all of our buffs stacked up, you absolutely can. I mean, you're going to have to prioritize more squishy targets like butchers or MOAs and stuff like that to get those buffs stacked up. But once you do, you can absolutely take out heavier units. Yeah, and with the punch through that we're getting from Prime Shred, yeah, like it's not bad. If you want to slow down your gameplay and play all tactical like, you can absolutely do that with this weapon. Now, what if we went above and beyond and we got a Riven? Oh, actually, let me just copy over this config real quick. So my Riven has extra damage, extra toxin, extra zoom, and negative puncture, this is a really good roll. I'm just gonna swap out malignant force for it. We're actually gonna have to do that, and then I probably just want flat fire rate. No, I still want punch through though. Take off critical delay. Put rhyme rounds down here. Get prime shred back. This one's a bit tricky. I think we just go point strike. No, we can't. Oh, we can go a less level point strike. Alright, I just threw this together real fast. It's not the best. Crit chance. We're still getting a lot of crit chance from galvanized scope, so it doesn't really matter all too much. Rhyme rounds and the toxin from my Riven is going to be giving us our status procs. And yeah, let's see how this performs. We're gonna kill all the enemies that are still out there. Make sure we spawn a new group of these guys. And first stacking with the smaller enemies. We got our first 2 stacks of Deadhead. I mean, as you can see, it's killing them. I don't know, this might be definitely not the most optimal way to play the game, but if you want to invest everything into your base Braton, you can. Now, there is another upgrade you can get for this, called the Incarnon, but for that you have to have Steel Path unlocked. And to unlock Steel Path, you have to do every node on the star chart. And you can only farm once a week for them, so I don't have an Incarnon for my base Braton. But what I do have is one for my Braton Prime. Which, let me just default all that for you. Now, the Braton Prime is just like the Braton, except it is better in every single way. So, let's just search up the Braton real quick so you can see just how much better it is. So, Braton Prime still has a base crit chance of 12%, but it has 2x crit damage, which is higher than the base Braton, and 26% status chance, which is 20% higher than the base Braton. And only bad thing is it has less total damage. It also has more total damage. My bad, stumble there. But yeah, this is a very easy to prime to get, and I highly recommend it. So for our complete endgame build with the Braton Prime and the Braton Prime Incarnon, I'm running my Riven, which is extra damage, extra toxin, extra zoom, negative puncture. Vial Sense for crit damage, Galvanized Chamber for multi-shot, Prime Shred for fire rate and bow, Galvanized Aptitude, because we can actually use that with this weapon. And this is going to give us, with all these procced, 40 times 4, 160% damage, which is, it's 5% less than Serration, but like it's really not that big of a difference this late in the game and with how many viral procs we're going to be getting on it. 200% crit chance from critical delay, rhyme rounds for the viral status, and then hunter munitions for the slash procs. And for the arcane, I'm running primary crux, so I can fire this thing like a machine gun and never have to reload it. So, with all of that... Oh, and for the Incarnon, I forgot to go over that. I'm doing the Daring Reverie, which increases your... With a channel ability active, it increases your base damage by 38, and it also gives you plus 50% ammo efficiency. So with our Excalibur, I'm just going to pull out our 4, we get 50% ammo efficiency, and we can just fire this infinitely once we stack up primary crux. We also have on punch through hit, 20% chance for 10% ammo to be restored, so if you don't have this buff up, you can still kind of get a lot out of this running primary crux and this. And then Evolution 4, which is Survivor's Edge, I have increased crit chance, base crit chance by 10%, and increased base status chance by 14%. So this version of the Braton, well, let me reset these guys. This thing absolutely destroys. We're going to increase this level to 200, or they're going to die too fast. So we're going to take out 4, go here, and just start. Yeah. Now this is a gun that you can get really early in the game, and as you can see, I did not run out of ammo there. Like, my ammo counter didn't even go down. So it is a very potent combo. And if you want to min-max for this, you would want to build more efficiency on whatever warframe you're using the channel ability on, because it doesn't matter what the ability is. It just matters that it's channeled instead of just a cooldown. So now I'm going to just show off what the Incarnon does. The Incarnon is basically the same as the normal fire mode. It just now has an AoE and it fires a little bit slower. And all the base damage on the Incarnon is heat. So we're getting viral heat and slash in the Incarnon form. And as I will show you, this thing absolutely rips. As you can see, we're just mowing down the enemies, and we're not even using the entire charge. Like, just so you can see all that again. Yeah. But, highly recommend investing in a Braton Prime. It is definitely worth it. To end off the video, I'm just going to show more gameplay of this Braton Prime build, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching.
I'm sending life support capsules your way.